Greg everything. Where I'd been, what made me go, and what I wanted. I couldn't keep going along not doing anything for me because I'd spent so many years sacrificing all of my dreams and ambitions for the family. And I didn't mind because I love my kids, but I needed something to change. I wanted more. That was nearly 5 years ago, and it still feels like I'm waiting. It's been different around the house since last month's trip to the hospital with Joan. It was terrifying when it happened. We all thought she was dying. Luckily, while we were all in shock and completely useless, Matt's girlfriend Saskia had the wherewithal to call for an ambulance and put Joan in the recovery position. It was one of the most difficult 15 minutes of our lives until the ambulance came and Joan was taken away on a gurney, tubes and wires attached to her body, an oxygen mask over her gaunt face. Greg and I followed the ambulance in our car and waited anxiously at the hospital. I've never seen Greg so shaken up. He paced up and down while I got us coffee, hoping he wasn't going to lose his only parent, and my children weren't going to lose their last grandparent. After everything that happened with his father, I thought he'd handle things better with Joan, but if anything, he was worse. I didn't see him cry much when his father was dying. He broke down at the funeral, we all did. But during the disease, he often had this stoic expression of acceptance plastered on his face. He didn't talk about it, but I knew it was hard for him because he was close with his father. George was larger than life, and to see him wither and die in front of us was heartbreaking. But Greg dealt with it so bravely. He hasn't always been so close to Joan, but I'll never forget the look on his face as we sat in the waiting room. It put all of our arguing into perspective, and we haven't discussed it since. Joan was fine. The doctor told us she'd had an episode, but she was going to be all right. Relief washed through Greg, and all the tension and problems between us had been put on hold. I've been asking myself ever since if I was being selfish. Was Greg right? Am I asking too much of him? Maybe I should be supporting his dreams and ambitions more than I am. I want him to be happy. I want him to be a success. And if that means a bit more sacrifice from me, then I don't think that's too much to ask. We're married, and that means supporting each other, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health. The vows we said 31 years ago still mean so much to me today. I explained to him that I wasn't really annoyed about the holiday. I was angry because I felt like he didn't care about me and whatever dreams I still had. I felt like he was putting everything else ahead of me, ahead of us. He promised to do better, and I promised to be more supportive. He apologized for bringing up my disappearance, and we both said sorry for some of the things we said. I still need something to change, but I've realized that maybe instead of waiting for Greg, perhaps it's time I did some changing myself. We're in the living room, and despite March being wonderfully warm, Joan is wrapped up like we're about to embark on a trek to Antarctica. Matt is slouched on the sofa watching television. Holly is sitting on the floor tapping away on her phone, and Lucy is running late. The oven's on the blink, and Greg thought he smelt gas, so he's on the phone with the gas company. The roast is off, much to Greg's annoyance as he bought an expensive joint of Welsh lamb and was itching to try out a recipe from his new Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall cookbook. I'm excited because it means we get to go out for lunch, and there's a pub nearby that's supposed to do a lovely roast. "We're just going to sit here and wait," says Holly. "Boring." "He shouldn't be much longer," I say. "Yes. No, I said yes. Yes," shouts Greg from the hallway. "Stupid bloody automated machine." "It might be a while. We should settle in for the long haul," says Matt, who has the TV remote and is flicking through the channels at warp speed. Jamie Oliver, come dine with me, come dine with me, come dine with me. Jamie Oliver, don't tell the bride, cycling. Who watches cycling? Jamie Oliver. "Do you have to do that?" says Holly. "What?" says Matt. "Scroll through the channels with commentary. We can see what's on. We have eyes." "All right, just because you're in a bad mood." "I'm not in a bad mood," says Holly, who quite clearly is in a monster of a mood. I think she's worried because she's supposed to find out about her university choices soon. It's a tense time, and she's been in quite a strop for the past few weeks. I'm sure she's going to be fine because she's doing well at sixth form, but she's worried because Charlotte has applied to Manchester too and they want to go together.